pixels. And it has to say what the intensity, red, green, blue, of each pixel is. So the ray tracing model is you have the camera, which is where the eye is, and for each point in the, and you imagine that the window is out, say, 1 unit away, and it's drawn in space. And each pixel corresponds to a little square. So you take the point in the center of the square for a pixel and the eye, and you draw that ray, zoom, and you shoot it out. And you see which object it hits. Like one might hit this object right there. It hits that point on that object. You look at the material of the object, you look at the lights that hit that point, and you determine based on the position of the lights and the material and the colors of the lights and the position of the eye, what the intensity of that pixel ought to be. But you're doing it for the center of that square. And if you always do the center, you'll get jagged edges, just like you see right there, that kind of jagged edge stuff. So what anti-aliasing does is it says, okay, let me do 15 random points inside that square. Calculate their intensity and average. And if you do that, you're getting a much smoother view that eliminates those jagged edges, and it costs 15 as much. And it takes 15 times longer, but it gives you a really, really much better view. Okay, so that's anti-aliasing, and you can specify what level. Usually you do 5 or 8, but you can do more if you want. And now it's all done. So I can go here to desktop and date modify page. Where was it? It should have made it. Oh well. Alt-A. So it should have made it, I don't know why it didn't. Let me just double check. That was over here with the properties window, and I said it should go into user/tim/desktop.
Your camera is not viewing.
PWD/user/tim, city desktop, ls-lt, Python TED. So for some reason it didn't create it. I don't know why. But okay. Let me go back and now. So this is how you make movies, and we're not. This is I'm talking about games, so we're not going to go into movies. But it can actually be nice for a promo for your game to make a really high quality movie showing the characters interacting. So now let's put this into a game. So go to game mode, and let's have it so that when you press the let's make this cube we'll go to physics and make that a dynamic object that you're going to bat around. We're going to play batting with this. So it's going to be a dynamic object, or even a rigid body object. Great. And collision bounds are convex full. Great. Excellent. And then let's see, if we select, let's rotate it. Select the whole screen and rotate it about the x-axis. That's not. Well, we'll just leave it like that. I'll just bat it. Okay, go over here. Just abort that. Okay, hit P for play. It drops. Okay, and then go back there. Okay, so here's our object. And now we want to make it, let's click on the bat over there and go to the logic view. So game logic. I went over here to game logic, so it pops up these nicely in the screen layout. And so I'll add a keyboard sensor. So if I hit the key space,
Go on.
and then an actuator. Actuator. So let me see, which one is this? This is a I think it's an action actuator. Great. Play. Start frame 0. End frame will be frame 40, I think. Frame 40. Come on.
Frame.
Ah. Okay, fine. It is actually really hard from using that big.
Why did you and how
It
did you
works. I
set
think
it?
it's nice having the big cursor because you can see where I am. But it is difficult to use.
It might do.
So I can do play, or there are other things you can do. You can do flipper, where it does it and then it goes back, which is probably what we want. We'll do flipper instead. Or loop. Loop stop, so it just keeps doing it until you stop it. And then connect. So now, if I hit the space bar, this whole thing should rotate and hit that cue.
What?
So P for play, space.
Fail. Did you
Fail.
select the correct?
What's that?
Did you select the
Correct
correct
object.
object for?
So it's this one here, and maybe just do play. Let's do play instead. Play.
This is going on, just like.
So P for play, space, fail. Not doing it at all. So and oh, that's a shape action. I don't want a shape action. F curve. Sorry, F curve. Shape action is actually different. That's for you can manipulate meshes so that you can change the mesh, make a face smile or O, or have the eyes move, and that's for animation. So I want an F curve. Sorry, F curve. Same thing though. It's going to go to 40, frame 40, and we'll do play. And good. So P for play. So all I did was I changed it to F curve instead of action. Play, space, bam.
Whoa.
Escape. But let's make it flipper. Flipper so it goes back. P for play. I hit the space. Goes wham. Oh, it didn't go back. There. Let go. It goes back. So P for play. So escape. P for play. Space. Boom. Let go. It goes back. Right. So notice the other one didn't do anything. The other one is not moving. So I'm only playing the animation for that.
So you have to
particular
hold down
object.
spacebar for it to work.
Yeah, if you let go before, it just returns where you let go.
Actuator?
The actuator is the F curve actuator.
It's
So,
action
bam.
actuator with F curve.
So let's do what's that?
Action actuator with F curve.
So the action is flipper. Down here, the flipper action.
Now when you create, when
And
you
you go
add
from star 0 to
actuator,
40.
when you add actuator, it's action.
It's when you add actuator, it's F curve.
F curve.
It's the fifth from the bottom, fourth from the bottom. F
No,
curve.
No.
when you hit,
This
when
one.
you, when you hit the button for add actuator.
Yeah, hit the button for
This
that
one.
actuator, you do F curve.
Oh, right, okay, so.
F curve?
I see.
F curve, yep.
So change that.
F curve. And F curve is, so you can do that, you can animate anything. Here I did the location and rotation. Can you see that? F curve,
Yeah, but where do you
and
have
then
it?
flipper, and then 0
Did
to
you
40.
name your flipper somewhere?
Then I connect the, I was selecting the object that I wanted to respond to animations.
Space. Okay.
Right, so here if I can get this guy to respond to different animations.
Which you needed,
Right, this one, remember, let's see. This one, let's see, Alt A, escape. Let me go back to default. This other guy here, frame 0.
yes.
This one in just 10 frames goes up and hits. But I could scale it bigger,
F curve.
lift it up,
I click on that, do F curve.
and then grab it over here. So we can play a game, they'll go back and forth. Rotate about the Z-axis, 180. Okay, good. So now these two are going to play back and forth. Knock it back and forth. And then, so I just moved the other one over there, and I'll go back to animation. I'll go back to game logic. And for this one, I'll add a keyboard sensor again. Oh, come on, keyboard sensor. With this one will be command key. Oops, no.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
No, this one will be M. M key in the actuator. Again, is the F curve and flipper. And or I can do ping pong. No, I do flipper. No, ping pong. Ping pong. And 0 to 10. And then connect them. 10, great. And if I do P for play and M.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. That was his, it's
That's not so interesting.
original.
I should do, let me do flipper.
Yay!
Flipper. Did you get it working?
Yay.
M. Escape. Oh, because remember the rotation.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I can change it, I guess. So frame 1, I can do, let's see, rotate about Z, 180 there, 180, and now insert rotation, and then go to 10. From 10, rotate around, rotate about Z axis to here, and insert rotation, great. Now this should, oops.
I did it.
Whoa, it's going the other way.
My temp file and my root file, I couldn't get to it. But-
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So we'll move it over here.
It's just for this.
Okay, so let's see, P for play, and then M. Wow. Good, so if I do space, oops, missed it.
What?
Okay, try it again. So I guess I need more space around these guys. I guess I move them over here. And P for play,
The first one
space,
hits it up.
M.
Oh, yeah, up and over.
M. Yeah, so this is, I'm not very good at the game yet. But now you can bat balls around. We could go view from the side and make it, let's see, P for play, space bar. Oh, almost got it. One more time.
If you raise it, if you raise the bat up a bit, it won't hit it up.
Up. What's that?
If you raise the bat up a bit,
Oh.
because it knocks the.
Oh, it knocks it over. I see. It's lifting it too high. I see. So yes.
That's for.
So you rendered it?
Yeah.
And went through that process?
Oh, you had to make a movie?
Yeah, is that affecting this right now, or
No.
no? Oh, okay.
No,
So what
not at
was
all.
for? Why did you?
That was because I wanted to make a movie that showed yeah, I wanted to make a movie that showed things with shadows and sort of
Yeah, but how do you
reflections
make
and
it
stuff.
play like that after you render it?
Oh, after you render it, well, so I made a mistake somewhere. That's just why it didn't work. So in animation, you should be able to here just set it up. Oops, not for game. It has to be in render. Render. I had a quick time. I wanted to go here. For some reason, it didn't. I don't know why.
Okay.
I can try it again. Let me go to frame 10. Just a very short movie, and try it again. Render animation. OpenGL render animation. No. Frame 2, frame 3.
Stuff like not the numbers.
So 6, 7. So it's actually not doing very much. You can just see the edge over there moving. 8,
It was like a
9,
number.
10.
I moved it here.
Should be done. So let's see if it's there. If the movie's there. No, it's not there, so I'm not sure.
Well, my movie was named a bunch of numbers.
What's that?
My movie, and it was also added to the temp directory.
Oh, yours went to temp?
It went straight to temp.
Even though you changed the location.
CD/temp, ls minus
Okay.
lt.
I don't know.
So yeah, so I have those PNG files which were it started to make quit.blend 4134.blend. No, it should be a movie. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. So they changed the user interface, and I haven't played with it enough to know how it works.
Might be
Output.
right.
This is where I want the output.
There we go.
Oh,
So
it
the
does.
desktop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called desktop something.
Yes.
Okay, let's go look at that then. Escape. So, wait, where was that?
Yeah, it would you would have had to end it with another slash, I guess.
Ah,
So
okay,
it just
okay,
said
okay. Oh, I see.
desktop and then the
I
number.
see. So that means it should be here on
In Tim,
Tim
yeah.
called desktop. Ah. Yes. So there's my movie. Yeah. See the shadows?
How'd you actually?
Yeah.
It comes in the
The
render.
shape of the shadow for the cube is weird.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the lighting.
Why is it doing that?
Is there
Magic.
another camera behind it that just blocked that? Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that's very strange. That it's that why that's like that.
No, it's no. It can work like that.
Is it?
Yeah, see how it's stretched.
It's this.
Angled, that's
this.
why.
Yeah.
Real shadows work that way.
Could be. I don't know where the camera. Well, we can move the camera. So I mean, you can add extra lights to make it more interesting. So yeah, now that we know how it works, you can do add
It's so close to the box.
add a lamp,
Oh, it's right on.
Yes.
point lamp. Where'd the lamp go? Point lamp, and move it to coordinates to something more reasonable. Oh wow, what in the heck is that?
Wait.
Oh, this is all new.
You're in render.
No, that's the render screen. Yeah, I've never seen any of that stuff before. That's not. I wanted a 3D view. Animation default. Lamp. Oh, there's the lamp. So lift it up. It's below the surface. That doesn't make sense. Move it over. Right. And then if you render, you can render just a single frame to see what it looks like. Right. And you see there's the specular reflection there, and we can add colors and textures. We can let's make this guy in here, just for the heck of it, to show you how that works.
Kind, by the way.
So if you click on this and go to the
Tim, after.
materials, add a new material. What's that? Oh, timeout. Well, I can do this in 2 seconds. Maybe more than 2, a little bit more. I wanted to mirror. Yes. Reflectivity, so make it reflective 0.5.
You have to click the mirror.
0.7.
You have to click the
Click
mirror.
mirror. Okay, so now it's going to be 0.7 reflective, and I can actually have it be, you can have up to 5 reflections, and you can make it also refractive if you want. But then if we do this, render image,
So if we made 2 mirrors,
you can't really tell.
then it would you'd see, if you put 2 mirrors facing each other,
Yep.
and then put the camera between them, what would you see?
Yeah, well then you'd see 5 images or 6 images or 10 images exactly. It's exactly what you could do.
You need to add some texture so that it actually mirrors something else than gray.
Okay,
Just put a monkey in front of it.
so we'll continue. What else do I want to do? So yes, next. So we'll come back at quarter after, and then I want to talk about game engine Python. So how you can script this thing. And we did this. We did keyframes, actuators, moves, and images. I talked a little bit about ray tracing.